So let's make a control node first of all. So in that we want a background, so for background I'll be using a panel node, then doing some styles so it actually looks like a background, setting color, then border width, adjusting it so it's big enough to contain the items, then a background, a border color, these are all optional, only do if you want. Okay, so now our panel is ready. Now we will make a node so it looks neat to add the buttons we want. Okay, so in that we will create our first button and text will be tab 1. Okay, now I will duplicate that to create the tab 2 button. Okay, that's ready. Now I will create another node to organize the different pages we'll be having. So each page would be a different panel, and like we did before, we could set the style if required. I won't be setting any styles to keep it simple. Okay, so inside the panel I would add a label to show some text. Okay, so it's a simple page. Now I will duplicate that and here I will put tab 2 contents. Okay, so what we'll be doing is basically hiding and showing the required tabs. Okay, so like this, if we want to see the tab 1, then we hide it, then show tab 2. This is what we'll be doing. So go to control, add script, create, then I'll be adding reference variables to all the contents in our layout. Okay, so here we have buttons, then we have the node containing buttons, then I will be renaming this to page 1 and this to page 2 to easily understand. Okay, now dragging and dropping while pressing Ctrl to bring this reference directly. Okay, so you don't have to type it. Then the reference containing the pages. Okay, so now I will connect this button 1, and when it is pressed, so the code will know when button 1 is pressed. So do the same for the button 2. Then when button 1 is pressed, we will use a loop to loop through all the pages and first of all we will hide all the pages, then show only the page we want to see. Okay, so instead of writing the code there, I will be defining a function, so it would be super helpful if you having a lot of pages. Show page, for page in. and then we will check under this node, so all the pages under this pages dot get children. So we will look through all the pages here, that is the page 1 and page 2. Then we will hide the page, not visible equals false. Now all the pages is hidden. Now only display the page we want, that is the page number. Page number dot visible equals true. Okay, that's basically enough. But if we want to do some effect like tweening or pushing the tab 1 button closer to here, so it would look better. If you want to do that, we can do, but for now this is enough. Okay, so here we will pass this function we return show page of page 1, and here too few arguments. Okay, so for now we don't want this one. Show page of page 2. So that should be it. It should basically work. Let's check. Can't save the scene. Okay, when I press tab 1, it shows contents of tab 1, tab 2. Okay, now we can add different things like buttons. For a game they will be having a lot of buttons, sprites and stuff, so we can try that. Here I will create a button. Where did it create? Oh, it's hidden, that's why it didn't show up. So when you have to work on it, you have to unhide that. Button A, I name it button A, then I put it here, then maybe a sprite as well. Here, okay, this is our page 1 now. For page 2, I hide this one and I unhide this one. Then I will put some sprites. Just make sure all these contents are inside the page 2 or it will not work properly. Now when we try to run this, the page 2 was unhidden, that's why it show up. Now when I press page tab 1, we can see page 1. If we had a code attached to this button, it would work. Then when I press tab 2, it shows the contents of tab 2. So that's basically how you create a panel or menu with different pages. Now for a bonus stuff, I can show you some effect. That is, when I press tab 1, this button will move like this. It's simple to make actually. I will show you. Okay, so here we need another parameter, that is the button number. Then we have to pass the button 1. So here the name should be correct, so it's button here, so we have to pass like that. Button 2. Okay, now like we did with the pages, we have to look through all the buttons under the buttons node. For button in buttons dot get children, and we have to check the X position of this button. So here under layout and transformation, we can see the current X position. So not it's 24. Okay, so we have to make all buttons X position into that location. Dot position dot X equals 24. So all the buttons would be in their correct positions when this loop runs. Then only change the position of the button we want, that is the button number here, this parameter. So its position dot X should be a little bit closer to the right side, so I will put it 28. Then everything should work fine. Let's see. So when I press tab 1, okay, key, okay, the button number, say null instance, it says, so the button is not actually worked fine. Let's check for button 2. Okay, it works. So the reference was not proper, so let's see. Okay, we changed the name later, that's the issue. So here we again drag and drop the references to the buttons. Now button underscore 1 2 should work. Also we did notice it should move slightly bit more to the right, so let's see 35. Okay, it works fine. Okay, thank you for watching.